Pashat Terumah contains the famous commandment to the Jewish people, V'asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham. You are to make for me a sanctuary, and I will dwell within your midst. The mitzvah to make a tabernacle, and then later in Jerusalem, the holy temple. But the prophet Yechezkel tells us that even when we go into exile, that Hashem will provide us there a mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary. And what is a small sanctuary? These are the shuls and the houses of learning in the diaspora, in Babylon and in the Jewish diaspora. We're fortunate throughout Jewish history to have a shul, a synagogue, a place to worship. And it's known by three names. It is a Beit HaKnesset, a place of gathering. It was a place where Jews came together to socialize, to see one another, to discuss communal needs. It's a Beit HaKnesset. But it's also a Beit HaMidrash. It's a place of learning. People came there to hear Shiurim, to learn the Talmud, to advance the Jewish studies. And of course, a shul is also a Beit Tefillah. It is a place of prayer. Now, of course, one can pray by oneself at home. But you cannot compare praying by yourself to praying together with the community. Tefillah b'tzibur. Our sages often speak about the importance that is attached to praying together in a community. That a person should make every effort to pray together with the minyan. And in the famous philosophical work, the Kuzari gives a number of reasons why it is that we should pray together as a community. One reason the Kuzari gives is as follows. The community, when they pray for something, will only pray for something that's of benefit to everybody. They're not going to pray for something that will be harmful to one, because they want it to benefit the entire community. Whereas when a person prays for himself, it could be that he prays for something that is convenient for him, but inconvenient for everybody else. That's one reason. A second reason is that it's very rare that a person prays and they get it 100% right, and their prayer is perfect, and they ask for everything correct. It doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you can't concentrate, you don't know how to read the words properly. So what is missing in the prayer of one person in the community will be made up by another person in the community. We can join together. My prayer may only be half effective, but together with your half, putting it together, it'll be all effective. And the Kuzari says that a person who just prays for themselves can be compared to a situation where a city is under siege. And somebody in the city pays a lot of money to have a wall built around their house. Well, they've expended a lot of money and effort, but that's not going to help. When the enemy comes through, their house is also going to be destroyed. It would have been much better for them to go and to give them money and to participate in strengthening the wall of the entire city. That's what's happening when you're doing communal prayer. You are strengthening the wall that surrounds the Jewish people, the entire community. Put your efforts into that. And I heard an explanation from Rabbi Shraga Feivel Zimmerman of the UK, who said this is what the Talmud means when it says that if a person has a shul in their neighborhood and they don't go to pray there, they are a shachen ra, they're a bad neighbor. Because the point of a neighbor is to help his fellow neighbors, to make sure that the neighborhood is kept safe. That when one person is having a hard time, he's there to help. If somebody needs food, they bring food. We're part of a community. And the one institution that has kept Jews together throughout all of the years of the long exile has been the shul. The Beit HaKnesset, the place of gathering, the Beit HaMidrash, the place of learning, and of course the Beit HaTefillah, the place of communal prayer. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.